Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fusion tutorial. In today's video, we are going to design and 3D print this pumpkin. Now, the cool part about this design is that the stem and the orangey flesh of the pumpkin are two separate bodies, so you can 3D print this in different colors without needing an AMS. Okay, so for this pumpkin, we are going to be doing a lot of the work in Create Forms tab, which is also known as T-Spline Modeling. So you can click this button, and this won't really be an in-depth tutorial on how to do T-spline modeling. There are much better people out there to teach you this than me, but I will try to explain some things as I go along. So, okay, the very first thing we're going to do is create a sketch. And we're going to create a sketch on the front plane. And we are going to be using some fit point splines here, or a fit point spline. And I want this pumpkin to be about 100 millimeters across, or 4 inches. So I'm going to draw the profile of my pumpkin. I don't want to start on the z-axis or the origin here. I want to start away from it. And I'm just going to do a few points here to get kind of a general pumpkin shape. From here, we can kind of move things around until we get the shape how we want. Oops, I didn't want to move that. There we go. I just want to move these points. And like I said, you just kind of keep moving around until you get something you like. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So a few things to note. When you start with this T-point spline, you want to make sure you start and end away from the z-axis. That's really important for this. And once you have your shape here, you can finish sketch. And from here, we are going to click on that edge or that line and revolve it. So the window pops up and we are going to revolve around the z-axis. And there's our pumpkin shape. And when you do this for the first time, you're probably going to have this window look like this. And you can keep this at 8. I like to bump these faces up to 12 to 14. That just increases the vertical faces here around the pumpkin. And you want symmetry turned on. That makes these lines green, which means anything I do between these lines or to one of these lines is going to happen in a mirror-like fashion in a symmetrical way to all the other lines. And you can see symmetric faces here shows 1. There's 1 face here between these lines of symmetry. I want to bump that up to, let's see, let's do 4 and hit OK. Okay, now that we have our basic form, we're going to start creating these ribs. So I'm going to double click on this edge, which is basically the edge right in the center between these green lines of symmetry. I'm going to go to my top view and I'm going to click on edit form, and I'm going to take the square handle, click on it, and just drag it towards the center. And you want to get this as kind of symmetrical as possible. And it should look something like this. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to bring this in too far. And I'm going to hit OK. So I'm going to click off the pumpkin. I'm going to just select by holding Shift these edges right here. So I'm purposely going to not select this very last edge on the bottom or the top. And I'm going to create a little bevel here. So I'm going to go to Modify, Bevel Edge, and I want it, you want it on relative offset. I like 0.2 and 2 segments, and I'm going to hit OK. And that basically just creates a line, another edge on each side of this. And what we can do now is double click that line, go to Edit Form, and we can kind of bring this out a little bit. And then we'll do the same to this side. And that gives us more of like a more shallow, sharp edge here, kind of like a pumpkin, and then hit OK. Now you could simplify this a little bit. I'm going to hit Control Z just to kind of undo what I just did there with that bevel. If you wanted to make this a little simpler, you could select those edges again. So I'm purposely not selecting this top edge or the bottom one. And you can just go to Modify and Crease. That just kind of puts a sharp edge here, but you see it's not as tight of an indent, right? We don't have as much control here, but if you just want that sharp edge and it still gives you this rounded bumpy look, you can definitely just do it that way. but I like my way a little better with doing the bevel, because you have a little bit more control over this little V shape here and how tight or loose you want it. And now we can finish form. I think we're pretty much done. If you're happy with the shape, you can finish form here. And there is our basic pumpkin shape. Now that we're back in the solid tab, what we're going to do is actually turn this into a solid. You can see we have a surface body here. So if you go to the bodies tab, we're in a surface body. And to make this a solid body, we're going to go to the surface tab. We're going to use this patch tool and click on this top edge here and then hit OK. We're going to click patch tool again and click on this bottom little edge and hit OK. And now you can see we have 3 surface bodies, and we're going to patch these together. Stitch these together with the stitch tool. So click on the stitch tool. You're going to click on all 3 surface bodies. You can see those edges turn green. That means it's going to stitch those together, and hit OK. And now you can see this body turned into a solid body. From here, we can start working on the stem. But before we do that, remember, we're 3D printing this, so we really can't 3D print this bottom as is. So I'm going to create a offset plane just right on this bottom plane. I'm going to go to my front view and just kind of drag this up. Oh, let's see, -6. We want to make sure this edge here doesn't go past, 45 degrees. Otherwise that overhang isn't going to print very nice. So I think that's okay. And I'm going to hit OK here. And I'm going to go back to the solid tab. We're going to go to modify, split body, and we want to split the pumpkin. The splitting tool is going to be that plane that we just used. And you can see it turns red. So it's showing where it's going to cut, and then hit OK. And now we have 2 solid bodies. We can hide this bottom one, and then we can hide the construction plane. And there is what the bottom of our 3D printed pumpkin will look like. All right, let's work on the stem next. And we're going to go back into form. So I'm going to create form. I'm going to create a sketch on this top surface where we're putting the stem. I'm going to hit P for project, select that surface, and hit OK. And now we have an outline and a sketch of that top surface. And I'm going to finish sketch. Oh, you know what? I'm going to hit Control Z. I don't want to finish sketch yet. I'm actually going to double click this and do an offset. And I want to make this just a touch bigger like this, and hit OK. Now we can finish sketch. And we're going to extrude this up a little bit. So I'm going to go to create, extrude, select that outer line. And I don't like that Fusion starts with 12. That's how many faces there are. I wish it would start with the distance first, but if you're trying to get the distance you want, you can't start typing that here. You have to click on this arrow first or type it in over here. I'm going to actually make this 6 and hit OK. And you can make this however you want. It really kind of depends on the shape of your pumpkin, like how far this insets down into the pumpkin here. 6 might be a little too much, but we can change that later. Okay, so from here, we need to start modifying this to look like a stem. So I'm going to click modify, and what I'm going to do is bring this, I'm going to create a new edge, but I want to shrink it inwards towards the center. And so if you select this edge and you're under the modify, the edit forms tab, this center button right here where the 3 triangles, top, left, and right go, that's scale. So if I just click that and move it, it's scaling it in and out. I'm going to hit Control Z. But I can also extrude it, meaning I can create a new edge. And to do that, I just hold the Alt button or Option on a Mac on the keyboard. So as I hold Alt and then I scale this in, you see how it's now creating a new edge there? And we're just going to keep doing that to make our stem. So I'm going to hold Alt, and this time I'm going to use the up arrow here. And now it's creating another edge, or extruding another edge. I'm going to hold Alt again. I'm going to do Alt again, and we're just going to kind of get the basic size of our stem. That's probably a little too big, but we can modify this. Tell you what, I'll just bring this down a little bit. Okay, so from here, let's start. We're going to just stay in edit form, and we're going to start modifying. So I'm going to double click this edge, hold shift, and double click all of these edges here. And without holding Alt, I'm just going to scale everything in to make it a little smaller. I'm going to click this edge and just bring this arrow down to bring it down a little bit. And you're basically just going to start shaping this until you like it. We may want to rotate. Oops, missed my mark there. May want to use this handle right here and rotate this a little bit. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's hit OK. And I'm pretty happy with that. Let's finish form. And there's our stem. Now, just like the pumpkin, this is just a surface body. So I'm just going to hide my pumpkin, and I might just label it so I don't get confused. I'm just going to type in pumpkin. And I don't know if it matters to name this now. And remember the bottom half of our pumpkin right here. I'm just going to right click on that and remove. We don't need that anymore. Let's go to our surface tab. We're going to patch this edge and hit OK. Patch this one, and then we're going to stitch them together, just like we did with the pumpkin. And hit OK. And now we have a solid body. Let's turn the pumpkin back on. Now, the reason I made this stem, this base, so long here is because I want to make sure I have enough vertical line here to cut away from the pumpkin. That way we can insert this as a new body. So what I'm going to do now is hit M for move. And I have it set to translate here. You might have it on free move when you put this, when this is in. That's fine. As long as you have an up arrow that goes straight up or down, you can make it work. And I might just go to -2 and hit OK. And that should give us all vertical lines here going into the pumpkin. And now I can just go to combine, and the target body is going to be the pumpkin. We want to make sure operation is set to cut and keep tools is checked. I'm going to click on the stem, which will kind of cut that stem away from the pumpkin, and hit OK. Let's just rename the stem. If I hide the stem, now you can see we have a cutaway of that pumpkin. And you'll know if these lines are kind of straight up and down vertical if you can do a press pull on them. I'm going to select all of these edges here. I'm sorry, these faces. And we need to create a little clearance. So I'm going to make this just a tiny bit larger. So I'm going to do like a -0.1. There you go. Hit OK. And now when I bring that stem back, you can see we just have a tiny bit of clearance there for this to fit in. Since we are 3D printing this, the only thing really left to do is to chamfer and bevel some edges. So on this bottom surface here, I may just add like a little chamfer. And on this surface right here, I may add a little bevel and hit OK. And I believe that's all we really need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know I didn't go too in-depth with the forms tool or T-Spline modeling. There's a lot better people out there to learn from than me on that, but maybe this will give you the confidence to get in there and start playing around. So we'll see you on the next video.